So again, good evening, everybody. So first of all, I would like to congratulate all of you because we are halfway through AI Foundations program. And this time we have again the workshop with Šarūnas Dignaitis. Welcome back, Šarūnas. We are happy to have you here. And he will be talking about the productivity with AI. So let's hear and learn how we can save our precious time with Šarūnas information. So Šarūnas, you can continue.
Thank you so much. Again, what a pleasure to have this time with you guys from all over Europe. And like last time, I'm again super excited to see everyone from different countries. So if you say hi in your own language, like good evening in your own language, I'd be thrilled to read a couple of your responses. In Lithuanian, it's labas vakaras. So labas vakaras to Lithuanian speakers, and hi to everyone else. I see Czech, I see labas vakaras, even Philippines, which is exciting. Czech, I definitely know that's Polish. Dobry wieczór. Many different, I see some greetings from Greece, from Estonia, Hola, from Hungary. It's pretty cool. I mean, to talk with you guys from all of these different countries. So I'll quickly kick off with our main subject today, which is basically productivity with AI, using digital tools, using AI tools, or some that are based with artificial intelligence. So I'll share some of the tools that I often use. I'll also share some of the tools I rarely use because it's not from my field, but it might be useful to you guys. So we'll kind of go back and forth, looking at ChatGPT, of course, and other various tools today. It will be 4 sections today. So our hour and a half of me talking mostly, and hopefully from time to time discussing with you something interesting via our chat. So 4 main topics. This is, by the way, from last lecture. This is not what we're going to talk about today. So just a quick recap. So we talked about introduction to AI, tools for everyday use, tips and tricks using AI, impact and ethics. That's what you did with me last lecture. And today we are going to talk about, first of all, we'll take some soft side when we talk about productivity and we talk about efficiency. So I want to establish a basis of understanding that if we don't have soft skills when managing our time, when thinking about efficiency, being actually productive, then no digital tools and none of the AI tools are going to help us. So we have to establish that. We have to understand the basics of productivity and efficiency. Then we are going to jump into ChatGPT and how it can boost our productivity. But basically, I'll go through various GPTs. So GPT is a generative pre-trained transformer. So we will have a look at different personal AI assistants that we can have via ChatGPT or that we can create our own. And then we'll go through other different tools that I think might be really useful to our day-to-day tasks. And if we have enough time, we'll have some Q&As after all of this. So I want you to be engaged from the beginning. What I want to do in this first part is to do a quick productivity test. I'll give you some productivity basics and some top tips for improving your efficiency or your productivity. So last time we did a test of understanding which picture was created by AI and which is the real picture. So this time I want you to really think about your day-to-day life and how you feel whether you are productive or not. So I'll give you 5 different questions and you'll have to answer me those questions. And then at the end, I'll show you some score, which is only for you, but you can share it in the chat and we can share how are we really efficient without thinking about AI tools at the beginning. So that's the first question. So every day I make a to-do list for today. So if you never do it, that's a score of 0. If you rarely do it, that's 1. If you sometimes do it, that's 2. If you often do it, that's 3. And 4 is always. So you can share it in the chat and you can write it down for yourselves. And after that, we'll discuss the results. So making a to-do list, never, rarely, sometimes, often, or always. And we have 4 more questions. So I see many answers enrolling via Zoom chat already, which is really exciting. Many 3s, many 4s, many 2s, many 1s, some 0s as well. Second question. I prioritize my tasks by their urgency and importance. So whenever I do my to-do list, I always prioritize those tasks by their urgency and importance. So never, rarely, sometimes, often, or always. I see, again, many 2s, many 3s, some 1s, some 4s as well. Third question. I make sure to chop my big tasks into smaller bits. So whenever you have a big project, you make sure to chop your big tasks into smaller bits. Put them in the calendar, put them in your to-do list, but chopping it down to much smaller bits. So 0, never, 1, rarely, 2, sometimes, 3, often, and 4, always. Again, you can use the chat here at Zoom or via YouTube if you're watching the stream. Again, many 3s, many 2s, some 4s, some 1s as well. Very little 0s, although I see a few. Okay, question number 4. I have time during the day when I can work uninterrupted. So do you have time during the day when you can work uninterrupted? By calls, by meetings, by colleagues who are chatting with you, by, I don't know, having a phone, having social media or anything else by your side. Do you have time when you can work uninterrupted? So 0 is never, 4 is I always make sure to have such time every day. Again, we have many different answers. And last but not least, I make deadlines for my tasks. So I make sure to make my own deadlines, but I'm not using the usual deadlines, which is basically if I have an exam for tomorrow, so that's my deadline. But I make my own deadlines. So a week before, I make sure to have a deadline that I am, already prepared for the exam, let's say. So I make my own deadlines for my tasks. So 0, never. 4, I always make my deadlines for myself. So we have, again, many, many different answers, 2s and 3s, mostly, some 4s. Okay, many, many different answers. Thanks for engaging so much. So let's check our result. So our results. So I hope you wrote it down, some notes, or using your phone or laptop. So let's count. So we had these 5 quick questions. If you add them all up and see the results, so this is what we get. Add them all up if it's 15 and more. So your productivity results, using this really quick productivity test are exceptionally good. So that means, whenever I talk more today, you can use this chat to add things and help your colleagues out. If it's 11 to 15, productivity results are good. 7 to 10, if you add all of the 5 answers that you have, and you get 7 to 10, productivity results could be improved. And if it's 1 to 6, your productivity results are weak. So you can share if you want to what results you have, and you can do it by using the chat via Zoom or YouTube, whether you're using, you're watching via stream. So we have many different answers again. We have 13s, 12s, the 9s, 16s. So we have some really productive people, and I congratulate you for that. And Liga says time management is just one aspect of effectiveness. Energy management is, in my honest opinion, even more important. I actually do agree on that. You have to manage the energy as well. And, I feel like my energy is a little bit low, but now seeing so many of you and engaged, I'm getting more and more energy and more energized, just by basically doing this with you today. Okay, so many different answers, but from what I see, everyone's doing pretty well with their productivity. So again, I congratulate you with that. But we start this with thinking about our soft skills, because if we don't have the basis, I want to repeat, then using any AI tools is not going to help. So we have to really understand what is important to us. Are we really managing our time well? Are we efficient with our time? Do we have enough energy for just basically doing things? And of course, a very important one, are we actually enjoying what are we doing? And if we are, then obviously we can get better results and do much, much more. Before going straight to AI and talking about productivity via digital tools, via AI tools, I just want to give you quick tips after doing this productivity test. So if you, any of you read any self-help books, which are, really important these past 5 years, in every bookshop, we have, many different self-help books. And one of the books that I enjoyed was called Eat the Frog First. So it's not just a book, it's a concept. So basically, whenever you start today, just start by doing the thing that you really hate and you really don't want to do. And whenever you have that that little, well, not like a big accomplishment, then you have more energy to do more things. So if you start Monday, start strong. If it is Tuesday, Wednesday, you can still, manage to do that big task. So whenever you do anything per day, just eat the frog first. Do something that you don't want to do. And when you will finish it, you will feel more energized, and then you'll feel that you can do much, much more per day. So eat the frog first. That's my first rule that will help you with efficiently, to be more efficient. So my tip number 2 of how to improve your efficiency is to set some time boundaries. So determine when you will perform specific activity and how much time will it require. So that means, setting realistic goals. If you have something that you want to do, set some realistic goals. So this is how much time you have. If we have like a to-do list that we never finish any day, then obviously that's a bad daily to-do list, because you never feel that accomplishment when you finished what you actually wanted to finish. So make those time boundaries. Make sure you understand your to-do list well. So when you start something, you finish it, and then you feel like, well, this is exactly what I wanted to do per day. So time boundaries really help me to achieve whatever goals that I want, and to feel that I did enough. Because probably like you, I feel like I could work 24/7 because there's always things to do. So there's no 9 to 5, 9 to 6, 8 to 5, or whatever you call it. There's always work to do. So set some time boundaries. It will help. Tip number 3, grouping. That's really helpful, when you have many different tasks. So it's always helpful to actually think about, okay, so I am going to do my taxes. I'm going to do my bookkeeping. I'm going to, I don't know, do all the buying that I have to from the company, and whatever else, but basically admin. So, I have an admin hour per week where I sit down and I think of, what are my admin things that I have to do, and then I do them. Because if you, jump from one task to another, it's really waste of time, because you're doing something, then you're jumping to admin, then you're jumping back, and you're wasting that time of, jumping from one task to another. So grouping activities that are alike is very helpful. For example, setting aside time for working with your Gmail, with any mail that you do. Obviously, if it's a customer support that you do, you have to be engaged all the time. But if you're not customer support, then you can engage in emails 1 hour per day, and then finish all of that and then work on something else. So grouping is really helpful when you think about being really efficient. Someone says ADHD planning really isn't easy, but I'm trying. Same here. If you have like some sort of what's it called, like specter, like a range of ADHD, then it's really difficult, depending on which part of the whole range you are. Number 4, I really like this. So it's a 2-minute rule. So if you think of all of the to-do list that you have, and if you see something that's a 2-minute job that you have to do, don't plan it, just do it. So if it's a 2-minute job, it will be on your mind, it will be on your shoulders. So don't really think about it, and just simply do it, and it will really help. So you can obviously organize them, 2-minute jobs, and then do them like through an hour. But if it's 2 minutes, my rule is basically to just do it and not leave it until a later time. Alana, what is ADHD? So it's attention deficiency disorder. So when it's really hard to concentrate. So that's what ADHD is. And the last tip, it's controlling your disturbances. So it is really important when you, at least for me, and I know for other people as well. So when we disconnect from things, and we are really connected on something that we have to do, so it's really much more easy to finish any task that you started. Because if we have many disturbances, which can be a quick call from someone, an email, social media, like, I don't know, if you work from home, it could be your husband, your spouse, your whoever it is, a kid. So just basically having these rules of setting that time for work, it could really help with efficiency, of not having hundreds and hundreds of things that could get in the way. So learning to say no is one of the things that you can do, but also it's having a clean desk, having a clean desktop, having your phone on airplane mode if you can. So it really helps me, and I hope if you try it, it really could help you as well. So again, to quickly go through, so start with the most important thing. Whenever you start the day, start with the most important thing. Set some time boundaries. If you plan something, so 10 minutes for this, I'll spend half an hour on this, and that's how you'll set realistic time frames for your realistic to-do list, and you feel more sense of achievement. Grouping, if it's admin, if it's mail, if it's other work, so group these different things that you have. 2-minute rule, if it's under 2 minutes, just do it. And last but not least, control your disturbances. So make sure you're off, and then you are on what you have to concentrate on. So these were my quick productivity tips. I know we start with some soft competencies, but I feel like it's really important if we go beyond these basics and explore AI tools and explore productivity tools that can help us. We have to have these basic soft skills on how to manage our time, how to be more efficient, how to be more productive as well. So hopefully you'll try some of these, and hopefully it will work for you like it does for me. So let's jump into our beloved ChatGPT. So what I want to do is to go quickly through the history of ChatGPT. So we know in the time frame that it exists, how it changed, and what to expect in the future. Also, let's talk about most popular GPTs, and I want to show you how they work. So again, I will go through my slides to ChatGPT, back to my slides, back to ChatGPT. So bear with me. It's not going to be just presentation and me talking, but us going through these different tools. And also, I will try and show how creating your own GPT works. So hopefully, together, we will try to create our, like, a quick example of how, your own assistant can work. So obviously, it's like a white piece of paper. We can create an assistant for anything, but we'll try to create something that's really easy to understand and easy to make, and hopefully easy to show that it works. So we'll see how it works quite soon. So this is to go through ChatGPT really quickly. It began in 2018. Obviously, ChatGPT was created by OpenAI. What I want you guys to understand that OpenAI was created like an NGO, so like a non-governmental organization. So Sam Altman, who is the CEO now, and Elon Musk, who wasn't as crazy as he is today. Basically, they all of these tech people came and they said AI is important. We have to talk about it, and it has to be open for everyone. But 2018, from the NGO, it became like a business. So they created a GPT and they started to, sell their own business. So we had GPT-1 2018, GPT-2 2019, and we had GPT-3, which went beta, which is basically, it became open to consumers like us, and everyone got like really, wow, these large language models are actually, something. And people started using it, and it acquired 100 million users quite quickly and quite rapidly, which is, insane numbers when you think. So in Lithuania, we don't even have 3 million people, and it's, by I think it was 2022, they had 100 million users of, ChatGPT, which is, big numbers. So again, 2022, we had GPT 3.5, then we had 2023 March GPT-4, GPT-4 Turbo, and GPT 4.0, which, we are using today, by the way. So, when we think about, this evolution of ChatGPT, so this evolution, as you can see, is quite rapid, and it grows exponentially, and it's acquiring millions and millions of users exponentially. That's why we had these, I'm sorry, I cannot help you now because, there's, too many people using me right now, so I can't help. So ChatGPT today, it's not just about having all these data that it's been trained on, but it's about having enough resources to actually work, because lots of electricity needed, and lots of basically hard stuff like metal, and all of the computing is needed to actually give you the answer that you are looking for creating you this perfect recipe, for creating you this perfect sports plan, or for writing you some social media posts, or whatever it is that you're using it for. So it's this evolution is quite crazy. And I wanted to give you like a quick run through of from 2022 to 2023, end of 2023, like how many various different things that happened within this company that we call OpenAI, and what happened within ChatGPT exactly. So these 100 million users that I talked about recently was in 2023 January. So we already last last year in January, we already had 100 million users of ChatGPT. Another interesting thing, ChatGPT API was released in March of 2023. So this is basically an ability of ChatGPT to go in use like other tools connected to other like internet and so on. So interesting thing, March 2022 in March 22nd in 2023. So we had an open letter which urged to pause the ChatGPT because people were unsure if it's not going to be too big of an impact to our regular lives. And another interesting thing, ChatGPT actually was banned in Italy for a month. So in 2023, for the whole month of April, ChatGPT was banned in Italy. In May of 2023, some AI regulations in Senate were heard. So basically, with having such a powerful tool, people started questioning it. So an open letter was actually, wrote and signed by, these, big heads of, tech people, CEOs and heads of these big tech giants and so on. So it's not just some people actually being activists and talking about it. It's really influential people who say we have to regulate it. We have to think about what we are doing with this technology. So many different things happen with ChatGPT per 2023, per year 2023. And we had an iOS app, we have an Android app, we have Dolly integration where you can use, where you can create images via ChatGPT. And we had this amazing time where we all bought lots of popcorn and we watched how Sam Altman was removed and reappointed back as the CEO of ChatGPT. And this again shows you how startups work. So whenever it becomes really successful, there's the board, and the board can make decisions, which is, for the sake of the company or the money. So they removed Sam Altman as the CEO, and then everyone sort of not like in a strike way, but people were really upset, and then they brought him back in a week's time approximately. So I remember that time. I'm not sure if you do, but it was quite exciting for startup community as well. So this is a quick history of ChatGPT. Hope you enjoyed it. So let's kick off with the actual GPTs that I wanted to show. I will again go back and forth to my ChatGPT and show you how it works, at least some of it. And I want to obviously introduce what GPTs are, how to use them, because they are available to non-paid users via ChatGPT as well. So let's see how it actually works. So if you go to your own ChatGPT, and hopefully you will see my screen. So if we go to ChatGPT, I will change the language to English. So give me a second. And I will show you where you can find your GPTs. So explore GPTs, you can click on that. And this is basically, all of the AI assistants that you can actually think of. So they are all most popular ones. So it's even here. So if you want some assistant for writing, so you have these, assistants that help you to humanize your text, for example. So you have a couple of here. So it's these two at least are really popular with the students. So let's say they need to write an essay for school, and then they ask ChatGPT to write it, and then they put their text through this humanizer app, and it basically makes it more human-like. So let's say if you are using ChatGPT for social media posts, you can use these and it will be more humanized. So your text will be more human-like. So this is how you can use these. And you basically, it's really simple. So you click on Explore GPTs, and then you click on, let's say, this Humanizer AI, and then you just basically start chatting. So you can, please provide the AI text to humanize, and you put some text, and it humanizes this text for you. So again, I'll show it quickly how to change the language. I saw it as a quick question. So here, top right corner, you find your profile. And when you click on it, you can click on settings, and there's many different settings. So here you can actually see language, and you can choose Lithuanian to Polish to whatever you like. And use it. So now I use English so we can all understand a little bit better. And again, when you see this ChatGPT window, if you go to Explore GPTs, you'll find all of these GPTs that will basically be talking for the next 10 minutes or so. So what are my favorite ones? So I want to talk about Consensus and Scholar GPT real quick. So how does this work? And by the way, if you use some sort of AI assistance like via ChatGPT, some GPTs, so please write it in chat, what are your favorite ones, so everyone else can actually know that, oh, okay, so other people use it, not just Šarūnas, but maybe other people use something as well. So I'll quickly answer some questions via chat. So it should be in non-paid version as well. So when this new 4.0 version came out, so they said GPTs will be available for non-paid users. Of course, there's little requests that you can do because then it says like you obviously, if you want to ask more, then you have to use it. Then you have to pay. So I'll quickly show and I'll quickly demonstrate on how it works. So why should I use AI assistant via ChatGPT, and why shouldn't I just simply use ChatGPT? So I will show you now. So let's say I'm interested if sauna is healthy. So I can actually ask my ChatGPT, is sauna healthy? And obviously I will get some sort of answer, whether it's healthy or not. So cardiovascular health. So regular sauna sessions can improve blood circulation. It can help with muscle recovery and pain relief. It can help you with detoxification. It can improve your skin health. It can reduce stress and improve your mood even. Okay, but it's basically, me asking ChatGPT and ChatGPT basically saying, well, this is what I kind of found on my, data. But if, I'm actually concerned about my health a little bit more, and if I am that sort of person who likes to make decisions that are science-based, then I would like to use Consensus a bit more than just simply using ChatGPT. So here's how it works. I can use the same, this is a prep question here, so that's why I asked on my simple GPT, but I can ask anything. But again, I use this prep question just to show you. Same question, is sauna good for, this is heart health, but I can, simply ask just simply health. And what we have here is basically all of the answers, but based on scientific papers. So if you want, you can actually click on these references, and you can have a quick read through on how these results were got. What's the abstract of this research paper? What was done? So you can be more concrete even than just simply reading a couple of facts via ChatGPT. So that's the difference. You can actually ask ChatGPT and get quick answer, but you can ask AI assistant that's been trained on hundreds of millions of research papers, and it kind of goes from your ChatGPT to this scientific community where all of the research papers were published, and they have at least they claim to have 200 million plus research papers. And you kind of browse through these research papers and come back to ChatGPT to tell you the quick answer to your question, which is sauna healthy? That's I mean, a pretty cool thing compared to using simply ChatGPT. A quick question from Sermontite: does consensus hallucinate? So no, it does not. I mean, it goes straight to scientific papers and it gives you references here. So you can actually go to that research paper and read more about it. So let's say, I don't know, whatever it is that is important to you. Let's say, you are, pregnant and want to get some answers, whether something is healthy or not for you. Then obviously you don't want just to, trust ChatGPT, but you want to trust something that's research based, something that's, true information rather than, hopefully true information. So that's why I really enjoy using consensus and Scholar GPT. And they're basically about, the same things. So consensus and Scholar are my two, oftenly used GPTs that I recommend you use as well when you need some science-based answers. Another cool GPT is Vision GPT, and it is used via your ChatGPT app. So it's via your phone. And how it works: so if you open, ChatGPT via your phone, you go to the same, GPTs. I usually like to use my GPTs here in the left side. So I want to, the ones that I use, I want to see on the left side. And if I use Vision GPT, so I can basically take a picture of anything and ask that Vision GPT, is this edible? What plant is this if I'm, walking in the forest? Or how to fix this if I broke something and I want to see some sort of video on how to fix it. Or anything, where can I buy this? I'm somewhere in a store and I see this and, I'm not sure if it's a good price, and I can just double check. So it could be used in many different ways. It's Vision GPT, and it's used only through a mobile. Well, I use it from a mobile because you can do it live. Just quickly take a picture and use it. Again, really recommend using that. Obviously, you can use Canva via ChatGPT as well, but it's basically same as going to canva.com and then using templates. But sometimes it's a little bit easier to do it through here. So let's say I don't use it anymore. I used to, but I don't anymore. But let's say if I here again search for Canva, I can quickly click on Start a Chat. And let's say I want to make like let's say I don't know, like a Christmas. I want to make like a Christmas card. So I just put a Christmas card, and then Christmas card. Could you share? There's a particular message. No message, just a template. And basically, I can just ask, and then it will give me a couple of different examples. Instead of me going to Canva, going to create a project, going through templates, and going to search, if ChatGPT is my main tool that I use, then I can quickly access things via ChatGPT instead of going to Canva or other website, whichever you use. And obviously these are pre-made through Canva, but it's sometimes a time saver. I used to use it through ChatGPT, now I don't, but you might be interested in trying at least. So here we go, some Christmas cards for your friends, the classic ones. Obviously, there's specialized GPTs for using your ChatGPT as a helper to create you like a good code if you are a programmer. So Grimoire is one of the famous ones, but there's more, depending on which coding language you use. So, there's, GPTs that can help you with front end, with back end as well. So there's different GPTs that are trained in various different ways. So not only ChatGPT can help, but specialized AI assistants that are trained on one coding language or the other can be a better alternative as well. A couple more. So in video AI, so that's basically through ChatGPT, you can ask this AI assistant that could help you create a video. Summary assistant summarize this. I can quickly demonstrate you because it's quite a cool one. So let's imagine, we have to watch an hour lecture via YouTube. But we only want to know, what's the summary of it all, just to basically get some key concepts of what's important there. So we can simply go to YouTube and let's say AI news. So if we go to AI news, let's check if we have some, interesting AI news. Okay, so let's say, some big AI news, 26 minutes, but I really don't have time for this. I'm in a rush. I just want to understand some key concepts. So I quickly click on this link, and obviously I copy the link, and I come back to my ChatGPT. I click on my AI assistant that's helps me to summarize videos. I'll simply paste the link and click enter. And these 26 minutes that I could have spent watching that video, it could be an hour, could be 2 hours, but basically I can use this and it would really help. So this is what we have here. We have quite a few summaries here. So human-like walking AI, robot stability, AGI predictions, and so on. So this is like a quick summary of the 26-minute video that we just had. So it's a real time saver if you need to summarize some YouTube videos or something else. So it really works, and I use it quite often, depending on what you need. But I actually use it, and I think it's quite a useful tool. So to end this, there's many different AI assistants or GPTs, generative pre-trained transformers, that you can use via ChatGPT. But it's basically about your preference. What do you need? Where do you need to save time? What's useful to you? So this is another quick example. You can use, assistant to create you some, music playlists. You can use a convert anything tool. I can actually, the last one that I want to show. So this one I quite oftenly use. It's convert anything. So let's say you have a video or a picture that's in JPEG format, but you need a PDF file. So you put that picture, just basically drag and drop, and then you say convert it to PDF from a JPEG, and it converts, and you can download it, and then you have a PDF file. And it's a really simple thing, and it's quite a nice thing to have in your productivity arsenal. So many different GPTs. You can find them via your own ChatGPT. It is available for non-paid users as well, and you can find them just by clicking Explore GPTs. And when you find something that you want to use, so as you can see, you have some writing assistants, you have some productivity tools like Canva, image generator, AI PDF. You can use research and analysis assistants. You can use education assistants, lifestyle programming, and so on. So there's different ones, and it just depends on what you like. Then you can obviously see which ones are most popular, which ones are really interesting, and what you want to try. It's basically up to you. So that's my quick review of different GPTs that we have in ChatGPT. So explore them. This is why ChatGPT is so exciting, because you can have more than just like a ChatGPT tool, but more like specialized GPTs within that. So how to create your own GPT. So it's not really as difficult as some people might actually think, but creating your own AI assistant, if you have tasks that are really repetitive, is quite useful. So I will give you, I'll quickly give you my example. So my example is, I'm doing weekly radio shows about technology. So obviously I'll have to, I use the summarize this, GPT, but I also create my own GPT because, I can actually, take all of these links. I can take all of these texts, in different languages, and I can use this GPT to write in the way that I would write a radio show. And I use my GPT, my personal GPT that I created to help me to write my radio shows. And how it works, it basically transcribes some ideas that I created, and it can actually be trained with my style. So I put 50 of my radio shows to that GPT of my text, my unique way of writing, and it actually it got trained on this data. And now whenever there's an output from that GPT, it kind of writes in my own language, or in the way that I would write this text. And it's quite exciting because it really saves me like at least a couple of hours per week. So it's a nice thing to have, to create something that would help you with your repetitive daily tasks. So how to create one, I will quickly show you. But before, just a couple of ideas so we have the same understanding on how to create one. So first of all, we have to define the use case. So determine the purpose of the model. So why do you need it? What you want to solve with this? Obviously, gather relevant training data, which could include conversations, documents, and other sources if you want to train it on specifics. So let's say, okay, let's imagine you are a recruiter of a company, and you want to source different, let's say, I don't know, people via your AI assistant. And you can actually, put a document of your company's values, and you can put, then input of, different people, then just double check whether it kind of agrees upon these values. If let's say you give them a certain task, that would help you to understand their values, and you can actually use it with this AI assistant to double check if that's a match. So that's just me quickly improvising on how it could be used, but it could be anything. So obviously we have to test it just to see if it works well, and the more we do it, the better it works. And obviously it's not, when we create an AI assistant, so it's never ending. So it doesn't, it doesn't end by simply creating it, but we always have to update it and monitor constantly just to make sure it actually works. So I want to demonstrate it quickly and see if it works. So bear with me. I'll show you where to find it and how to create one. It is on a paid ChatGPT version for now, but it will probably soon be enrolled in a non-paid version as well. So I just want to show you, for those who use ChatGPT more, and for those who are just simply curious like I am. Okay, so again, you go to your own ChatGPT, and when you click on Explore GPTs, you basically find in the top right corner, you find a button where it says Create. So this is a button that will help you to create your GPT. Okay, so you can obviously name it. So let's, I don't know, let's quickly try. Okay, I use ChatGPT from time to time to translate things from Lithuanian to English and from English to Lithuanian. So I don't know, let me know if you use it, ChatGPT, to translate things to your own language or from your language to any other language. I'm pretty sure that quite a few of us do it, probably. So I see that some of you say no, but quite a few yeses already. Many times. Okay, so quite a few of you use it. Okay, so it is a repetitive task. So that means each time I put a text, I say translate it to some other language. So if I put a Lithuanian text, then I put translate it to English. And if I put English text, I always say translate it to Lithuanian. So that's, a sentence which I use probably, I don't know, 10 times per day if I want to translate some concepts well. Okay, so let's say I want to create an assistant that could help me to translate different languages, or from English to Lithuanian, from Lithuanian to English. So let's say English to Lithuanian translator. So it will translate English text to Lithuanian and Lithuanian text to English. So that's my idea of creating this assistant. So what are the instructions? And I basically say it's exactly same thing. So whenever I put Lithuanian, I want English translation. Whenever I put English, I want Lithuanian translation. So that's the idea. So I wouldn't need to say translated to Lithuanian or translated to English. So it's again, it's not difficult to again say translated to Lithuanian or to English or to any other language, but it's a repetitive task. So it's just an example that I want to demonstrate. So I don't need any conversation starters. I don't need Dolly. So let's say if I want to translate something and it says, create this image of, then obviously Dolly will be opened and then it will create that image instead of translated to me. So I don't need that Dolly. I can, use code interpreter or not. So to me, I don't need Dolly. I don't need code interpreter. Web search, I might need web search. So that's basically it. That's what I want to see. So these are some configurations. Let's see. Okay. I want to, create a quick image so I can, tell this is my GPT from the others. So I want to use Dolly to create this. Again, it's automatic. I'm not, prompting anything. I'm just simply, here we go, Lithuanian to English. That's very simple. And this is where we can actually see if it works. So let's say labas vakaras, which means good evening in Lithuanian. Let's say if it works. It says good evening. What if I say, okay, I have a bottle of water here with me. So what if I put an English text, bottle of water? Butelis vandens, which means bottle of water in Lithuanian. So I want to create it only for me, by the way. I can, create it for everyone else, or a GPT store where people can use it and then pay money for it. So there's a business in creating your own GPTs, by the way. I click save. And I actually, together with your help, I created a GPT, and I can share this GPT with other people, or I can view this GPT to see again if it works. So this is English to Lithuanian translator. It's already in my sidebar, and I can say, many different things. Let's say I like women go tech program. So what it would be in Lithuanian, man patinka women go tech programa. So I like women go tech program is man patinka women go tech programa. So my GPT is working. It's automatically translating things from English to Lithuanian, from Lithuanian to English without asking, because it knows if I put a long text in Lithuanian, it will come up with long text in English. If I put long text in English, it will come up with long text in Lithuanian. And I know it's me saving a couple of seconds of time, but sometimes repetitive tasks are annoying. So it's a simple way of creating a GPT. And it's quite exciting because you don't need a code. Obviously, if you want it more complicated, then you have to have a code. But if it's really simple, then it's, this is what you have. And it's, it gets more complicated depending on what you want. But it's so simple. And I, again, encourage you to try it out yourselves and see if you can create it yourselves as well. If I create, by the way, an assistant, probably non-paid users could use it for free as well, because if it's created and I share it, then you can use these with 4.0 version for free. So you can probably use mine as well. That's me quickly answering some of the questions that I just received via Zoom. Okay, so hopefully you will try it out sometime, or now you just basically know that creating your own GPT is really simple. Okay, so what we have here, what I want to do now, we don't have much time left, but I want to quickly go through other exciting AI tools, and there will be quite a few. They will all be different, but I just want to show the different scope that we have. And it could be, in any direction. But if you really think, what should I be using? So ChatGPT is the best answer because it's just so simple. So don't be overwhelmed of, trying different AI tools unless you are really curious and excited like me. So it's obviously a way to grow, to see how it could be used in your daily life. But I just really want to do like a quick run through all of these different AI tools. So one of them is Ideogram AI. So it's basically like a Dolly, like Leonardo AI, like Midjourney. It's a tool to help you to create some exciting visuals. And again, like many tools, it's partly free, partly not free. It just basically depends on how much you want to use it. So how it looks like, you can basically go to ideogram.ai, and user experience here is quite simple. You can basically see what people created here. So again, many different, you can call it art, I guess. So it's just an example of how many. That's I think it's a big Shakira, like some weird, like really weird pictures. That's probably a Rihanna in some sort of fair. So people think of just weirdest things. This dude with horns, that's pretty weird. Eagle with whatever it is, like spaceship eagle. So it's exciting to use these sort of tools because you can just come up with anything. And Ideogram AI is one of the tools that you can try if you want. There's a quick beta version. But again, if you want to use it a bit more, it becomes a paid version. But I'll show you a few more tools which you can use more if you are not completely sure whether you want to have a paid subscription or not, depending on how much you want to use it. So Runway. You probably saw this online recently. They received quite a sum of money of investments, and now they basically have this ability of you putting a picture or you uploading your video and basically making let's say making yourself okay, I'll explain it another way. So you upload a picture of saying, "Hi, my name is Šarūnas," and then you can use an avatar, and you can see that avatar talking and moving and showing expressions as you did, but it would be another avatar. Let's say I want to make myself a dog, a cat, or like a superhero, whatever it is. So Runway can actually do it, and you can try it yourselves. It's quite exciting. I just quickly wanted to show you, if you upload your picture, what could actually happen. So again, it's a very simple it's a very simple example, but I just wanted to show you. I uploaded my picture, and I just said, make that picture talk and seem like it's a very exciting speech or whatever. So this is what came up with. It's my picture basically started talking. So probably talking in Italian, as I see from hand gestures. So again, it's taking a simple picture of like my profile picture, and it's making that picture talk, move. So you can actually put any picture that you want and make that picture talk and move, and you can put audio on it, or you can actually put a video in and then create yourself an avatar, and you can do it via this Runway ML, which I recommend just to try. It kind of changes your face a little bit from what I can see, but it's quite exciting for me at least. Okay, so another one is an Opus clip. So whenever you see people who upload these viral videos on Instagram and so on, and then you can see like transcribed text. So probably when you scroll, like every other video is like that. So they use Opus Clip most likely, or maybe some other tool, but you can use it via Opus Clip. So let's say you want to um, uh, create some more engaging social media posts. So you can use this tool, and it will really help you to transcribe whatever you just said. So I want to quickly demonstrate. Hi, everyone at Women Go Tech. My pleasure to be here. Greetings from Vilnius. Stay curious. Hope you're enjoying the course so far. And it's much more to learn in the future in this AI craze that we're living now. So again, stay curious and have fun. That's actually me from the past talking. So that's again, I just uploaded myself talking, and this AI tool transcribed everything I said and put these, put this beautiful text that you can actually edit. If you see it, there's a mistake. And fun fact, it actually works with Lithuanian as well. So if it's Latvian, Greek, Polish, whatever language you're talking, it probably will work. If it works in Lithuanian, it can transcribe Lithuanian perfectly. So if it works in Lithuanian, it will definitely work in your language as well. So again, Opus Clip, I encourage you to use that. Another example, again, if you work with visuals, I understand that not everyone works with visuals, but these are just some exciting tools that I wanted to share, is in video AI. So what it does, it basically takes different already pre-cut and pre-made videos and creates you one coherent video. So let's say I imagine myself being a broker, like a real estate agent, and I wanted to create like a video, like a hi, I am a real estate agent that you can trust, that could help you to find your dream apartment in Vilnius. So I basically wrote a quick prompt of, create this video, and it came up with the whole scenario, with the voice, with the video, which is basically, pre-cut, pre-made videos kind of joined together. So I want to demonstrate. It's a bad video. It has watermarks, but because I just used the free version just for a demonstration. But if you actually use it a bit more, and it's much better if you use paid version as well. So it's just a quick bad example of how cool this tool is. So let me show you. So this is me imagining my name is Thomas and I'm a real estate agent in
Picture
Vilnius.
this, a bustling city, an urban jungle.
That's actual Vilnius, by the way.
Paradise. Vilnius, Lithuania,
If you
a
haven't
city
been,
where dreams
it's a
come
nice
true,
place.
especially when you have the right guide. Enter our real estate maestro, a man whose passion for property is only matched by his dedication to his clients.
Okay, so obviously watermarks, videos already pre-made, kind of joined together, but I basically wrote a quick prompt and I got, these pictures coherent together, and I have this whole scenario that I didn't write, and this nice English voice that, I didn't create, but it just kind of came up with. So pretty cool tool. And obviously something that you could actually try. Another very interesting tool that I recommend is HeyGen. All of these tools like ChatGPT that I recently showed, like the whole history. So they're all, making groundbreaking some sort of refurbishments or some new versions of themselves, and they are rapidly getting much better. So whatever you tried like a half year ago, so whenever you tried it in a half year later, it's just crazy how better they get. So I want to quickly show you HeyGen, and again, it's another startup that recently generated millions of investments. So they're going to show you more and more of improvements. But what it can do is quite exciting. So I'll show you two videos. One, Šarūnas being an English real estate broker, just imagining being a real estate broker, but then another, Šarūnas being an English real estate broker, but in Espanol. So let's see how it works. Hi everyone, my name is Šarūnas, and my long life dream passion was always to become a real estate agent. So obviously, I'm not a real estate agent and I'm not planning to be one, but just an example. So what HeyGen tool does, so you can actually see here.
Hola a todos, me llamo Šarūnas y siempre he tenido la pasión de convertirme en agente de bienes raíces.
So if you speak, this Spanish, beautiful Spanish language, let me know if that was correct. So obviously, from a couple of people that I heard, it's good. It works. So let's say you're a real estate broker and you want to save time on reaching people in Spain because you're selling real estate there. So you film yourself and then you basically automatically create a video in Spanish and then use it for social media in Tenerife or in mainland Spain. And obviously you can sell real estate there, not just in your country as well. Someone said I study and I want to really speak like this. So yeah, that's pretty cool. And this is a HeyGen tool, by the way. So you can find it just by simply going to HeyGen on Google, and then it will show up, and then you can basically try it yourselves. But this tool also can help you to create your own avatar. So you can create your own self, and then you can, generate different text with your own voice, and then you can automate it to use in your social media, for example. So, I mean, endless opportunities here, super exciting. And it's just basically about, trying different tools. Okay, so quite a few got already excited by me talking Spanish. Muy bien. So thank you. Hopefully, yeah, that excites you to try these different tools as well.
So, we have these GPTs that we just recently talked about in ChatGPT, but we have specialized GPTs via character AI. So I can quickly demonstrate you. So there's, different GPTs that are free versions, and this character AI recently also closed another investment. I do these technology radio shows. That's how I know. I always, if it's, investments in some AI tool, I usually like to cover it. So Character AI got some real big investments, and they actually created an opportunity to call that AI assistant. And we can quickly see how it works. So when you go to Character AI, you can see many different assistants here. So you can actually, choose from many different assistants. So it's like in ChatGPT, specially made, specially designed AI assistants. And you can choose from any. So let's say you can talk to someone who is a polyglot, someone who knows many languages. You can talk to a creative writer, creative helper. You can talk to AI critic. You can talk to anyone because there's so many different ones created here. And you can actually call them. So let's say I can call an interviewer and I can try and actually have an interview with that person.
Hey there. It's been a while, hasn't it? Hope work's been treating you well.
Yeah, it's pretty good, but I actually want to prepare myself for this interview. I want to apply for the position at Women Go Tech. I want to be like a manager at that company. Something simple, I don't know, maybe coordinate some AI program, hopefully. But yeah, I heard it's a tough interview, so could you help me, please?
Women Go Tech. That's a great opportunity. I'd be happy to help you prepare for your interview. Let's start with some initial questions. Could you tell me about your experience in managing AI programs?
Well, it's a tough one. I mean, I coordinated a couple of programs, but it was basically for youth education at an NGO that I worked 10 years ago. But I thought it was quite successful, and I could actually use my skills at Women Go Tech as well. Okay, so again, I can probably talk with these different AI assistants, but as you can see, I can actually, use these pre-trained AI assistants to help me to prepare for the position at Women Go Tech. So I mean, there's so many different characters there. You can talk to like a teenager who is like, I don't know, if you are a parent and have a teenager, you can talk to like a really difficult teenager and see how that teenager reacts before you talk to the teenager. So I mean, you can obviously, play with different characters and see how it works. There's a psychologist there as well. There's many different varieties of things that you can actually try out there. So again, exciting things. Text effects. So for people who actually work with English text, so I really recommend this tool. So if you go to text effects, it was created by Google and Lupe Fiasco, this artist and musician. And it's basically to help you for, exploring English language and creating, more complex, words, more complex ideas, more complex texts. And it's many different things. Like, let's say I want an acronym, which is basically like an acronym means like each letter from a certain word is another word. So let's say, what's the acronym for a bottle? And I can actually see and try and then hopefully get it. So believing optimistically, thinking through life's experience. So that's an acronym for a bottle. So B, believing, O, optimistically, T, thinking, T, through, L, life's, E, experiences. So, I mean, it's a creative tool. It's basically used by someone who is a creative writer. So I really enjoy this, and because I work with text quite a lot, but there's obviously different things that you can do. You can, explode text, write something unexpected, help you with chain of thought, help you with alliteration, help you to fuse different concepts, help you to write different scenes that were a bit more exciting, and help you, with many different things. So text effects for those who are creative writers there. Another cute tool for creating visuals. So anyone who actually uses, let's say, some invitations for like a house party or something. So I can use this tool. So for example, so this is what I, recently tried out. I'll show you how it works. So let's say I want to create an invitation to a house party. So I quickly try and draw a house. So it's not really nice, but this AI assistant can actually help me to draw like a much better house, that I could actually write house warming, Vilnius. Everyone at Women Go Tech are welcome. I don't think everyone will fit in my house, but so obviously I can use it as just creating some person, maybe I don't know, some guy playing golf. But it's quite exciting. I mean, it's very simple. It's raw. It's a bit goofy, but it's something that I recommend to explore, because it's just, if you enjoyed playing with paint when you were a teenager, then you'll definitely enjoy using this tool. And I remember myself using paint all the time because it's just fun. So this is AI fun, a little bit more fun even. So again, a pretty cool tool. So we don't have much time, so I'll quickly go through a couple of more, and then hopefully we'll have some time for Q&A, maybe. Another example of using AI tools is Luma AI. So what I did here, for some reason, doesn't work, but basically I took my phone and I filmed a microphone, and then it created a 3D video for that microphone. So let's say, I am sort of, I don't know, selling something, or having, different products all the time. So I can film it with my phone, and then it creates that sort of 3D, video on that product. And it obviously can sell a bit more if it's, if the person knows what he or she is buying. Another example is you can use AI not just for text, not just for videos, not just for pictures, but you can actually use it for sound as well. So this is me in Lithuanian doing a quick test in this my workroom, and the acoustics here, because it's a loft, so the acoustics here is not the best. So I can actually, if I'm not using my like professional microphone and my audio card, then the sound is not good. So I can quickly demonstrate. Well, obviously, I'm not using my headphones, so the sound might be a bit different now as well, but let's see if you see the difference.
Sveiki, laba diena, testas. Bandau išmėginti vieną iš dirbtinio intelekto įrankių.
That's me in Lithuanian saying it's a test. I am trying to test this AI tool. And that's me saying the same thing, but with audio correct by Adobe.
Sveiki, laba diena, testas. Bandau išmėginti vieną iš dirbtinio intelekto įrankių.
So as you probably heard, the audio quality is much, much better. So again, if you, let's say, left your audio card, if you left your microphone, but you have to have a good audio, then you can simply use these AI tools that help you with audio as well. So again, not just text with, ChatGPT or Copilot or Gemini or, text effects or any other tool, not just, Midjourney, Dolly, Leonardo AI, any other tool, but also audio as well. So it's pretty exciting. So many different tools that you can use, and there will be more, and they will get even better. So obviously, I want to emphasize that we can use, Midjourney tools as well. And it's one of the best tools that we have for creating really exciting visuals, something that could really, show you this, creativity, expand creativity borders. So if you haven't, I recommend to use Midjourney or Dolly with ChatGPT. But if you are considering, so I probably go with Dolly because it's integrated with ChatGPT, and it's just you saving money. Midjourney is no longer free. That is correct. It's a paid tool. And obviously, Dolly as well. Don't forget, it's integrated via ChatGPT, and it's very easy to use tool, and you can edit things. And edit function works quite well as well. So I mean, Dolly is super simple to use. So let's say if I write a really bad prompt, a cat playing with a dog, so we might get something that we, some details might be off, something that we don't like. And, such tools like Dolly already have, an ability to do like a quick correction. And they're getting better again each day. And that's why it's so exciting to use these tools. So this is cat playing with a dog. Let's say I like this one more, but I can actually edit this. So let's say I don't want this in the background. So delete these things. And such tool already shows good results in deleting these something, whatever it is in the background. Okay, I don't see if it works. Whenever you do a demonstration, it sometimes gives you that, but now I see it working. So, you generate something on Dolly, then you see something that you don't like, you can edit, and you can hopefully get a better result with the next picture. And it's nice, using this, because then it doesn't regenerate, the dog and the cat, but it just basically gives you a picture without these things that you have in the corner. So here it is. It's perfect. It kind of deleted everything on the side that I didn't want to see. And it was here before. So a really cool tool. If you haven't tried it, again, it's only in paid version for now, but probably it might enroll in non-paid version a bit later on. So let's do a quick recap of what we learned. I know it's a lot of tools. I know it's many different concepts and things we talked about, from GPTs to creating your own to different tools. But again, it's about being curious and trying things out, and obviously about thinking whether you actually need these tools in your day-to-day life. So again, hopefully you remember the soft competences of actually being more efficient, those tips that I told you. And if you have this background, then obviously any AI tool might actually be helpful. So a quick recap. We talked about being efficient. We talked about ChatGPT to boost productivity, and basically using different GPTs that could actually help, and creating your own GPT to help with your daily tasks. And we tried many different tools, and I recommend you to try one or the other yourselves. And if you have any questions, we have a couple of minutes left, so you can actually shoot, and I'll hopefully answer. And I don't know, probably I need help from moderator here. Maybe some questions already been, maybe some questions popped up, maybe something that repeats.
Yes, I can read one question from YouTube because so that they won't feel left out. So there was a question, ChatGPT and Dolly are downloading pictures as WebP, even if prompted to do it in JPEG, pictures by default. How to change that?
Yeah, that's really annoying. I didn't change that on mine as well, so I just use that convert anything GPT, by the way. So if you get that, I also get that. It's always in WebP format, so I just use my GPT tool. I can quickly show you. So this is what I use, convert anything. So whenever I download, it's usually WebP, and I just drag and drop here, and I say, convert it to JPEG, and it does. So that's how I, work around this. But it's annoying. I couldn't change, so I don't know why.
Okay, there was also one question about privacy and GPTs. By creating your own GPT, are there any privacy concerns that should be considered? Is your material available to the main GPT mainframe so it can become part of a Borg?
So you can actually make it only restricted to you. So that's one thing. If you don't want it to be open, you can restrict it only to yourself. But obviously, anything you put there, so ChatGPT is being trained on your data. So if you can make it restricted so people don't see it, but ChatGPT will see the data that you put there. But if you want to restrict it even more, so there's a stealth mode that you have to pay for it. So there's a possibility using stealth mode, paying extra to actually use ChatGPT without that model training himself or itself on your data.
Okay. And one more question from Zoom. Is there any AI assistant I can practice my speaking language? I mean, some assistant with who I can speak with voice.
Yeah, so character AI that I just recently showed is a perfect assistant. ChatGPT using your phone is also a perfect option. So on your phone, when using ChatGPT, there is a voice assistant, but it's only on your phone. And if you want to do it via the laptop, so you can just quickly go to character AI and choose anything that you want, and then basically just call like a Skype kind of thing. And you will be talking to this interviewer or whoever you want to talk, and you can use, some person, some AI assistant who is trained on languages as well.
Okay, and one more maybe question, we still have some time. Yeva is asking, we need a tool to distinguish what is AI and what not. So for us to understand what was created with AI and what was human created, is there any kind of tool?
Yeah, there are tools like that who are basically helping universities or schools to catch kids or students or people who are cheating on their exams, let's say. But it's like any other shampoo in the shop, it's 99% positive that they will work. So it's kind of an issue, but there are some such tools, and even we have Lithuanian tools. So let's say Oxico, they used to be called. I just wrote it in chat, Oxico, OXSICO. They recently changed their name like a couple of months ago, but again, I want to stress that they work 99%. So basically that tool will tell you this is 90 something percent sure that it's created by AI. But so what are your next steps? So how can you actually make sure that it's not the other 4% or 10% or something else? So we are in this pickle of actually understanding how to make sure that we tell apart. And if you talk about students and kids, they will be using those AI assistants that I showed you before, the humanizer AI. So they will take a text created by AI, they will put in that humanizer, and it will make it seem like it's more human, and it will be more difficult to kind of track whether it's AI or not. So yeah, sorry to say, but it's there are such tools, but they're quite useless.
Okay, We will actually have an office hour session this week as well. So if your question hasn't been answered yet, we will have time for it on Thursday at the same time, 6 p.m. So if you have some questions after this workshop or after doing practical tasks, you can submit them in the comment sections below in the Teachable platform, and I will gather all these questions and send to Šarūnas. And on Thursday, we will be able to discuss all of them, because I see that you have many questions about specific tools for specific problems, and I believe Šarūnas has all the answers that you need. I hope.
Well, I'll try and see if but yeah, if you send those questions beforehand, I'd be more than happy, because I probably need some time to prepare for them. So yeah.
And there will be a shorter session, only 45 minutes. And last week we saw that the session just flows by. It's just so fast.
Yeah.
So then thank you, Šarūnas. It was very valuable. You shared so many tools, useful tools that we can share. And we will be looking forward to seeing you again on Thursday then.
Yeah, my pleasure. So let's connect. If we're not connected, then let's see you on Thursday. I'm excited. So see you guys, and good evening.
Bye, everyone. Have a great evening.